What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to The Informed Trader. My name is Chris. Every week on this channel, we analyze the stock market, looking at different ticker symbols, going over different trading strategies, and just overall giving you the information you need to make the right investments and trades for you, okay? This is not financial advice, and I'm not a financial advisor. But anyways, if you're new to the channel, if you could scroll down and go ahead and hit that sub button and give the video a like, I'd really appreciate it. We're growing slowly on the channel, 137 subscribers as of the time of this recording, and we're just trying to grow to 200, 300, and on it goes. Just become part of the community. I'd really appreciate it. But anyway, talking about CCIV today, and this is the first video I've done on CCIV, and what I'm not going to do is go over all the details of Lucid and why you should invest in it. I just want to report on what's going on today, because obviously it's been a green day in the market, especially if you're in tech and the EV sector, okay? And why is that? Well, there's some news as to why that is happening. I invested in CCIV/Lucid. The ticker symbol should be changing come this June. So this is my holdings here on Robinhood. I bought 50 shares at an average cost of $26 last week, right at the start of the decline. It was the worst timing to possibly get in, but you know, you win some, you lose some. And obviously it's declined over the past week, and I've kind of been waiting for that right point to just, you know, double down in and average down. So today I bought when it was around $21.20. Bought another 50 shares, bringing my average down to $23.71. And obviously, I was down over $200 there for a bit, but up 10% on the day. CCIV is, and Tesla's up, NIO's up. You know, the EV sector is up as a whole. So let me know your holdings you guys have in CCIV/Lucid, all right? Obviously, I don't have a ton of money to just drop into everything, and I'm a little late on the bandwagon here. But let me know your holdings. Let me know your position if you doubled down during this dip. Hopefully, this is the start of the W that we've been wanting to see, right? If you look on the 3-month chart, it very much does look like it could be a W forming here. We had the little wedge in the center, and hopefully this is the start of the reversal back to the upside. We don't know for sure yet. Anything can happen. The market's super volatile. As of the past 20 years, April has been consistently friendly to the stock market, all right? But what we want to see is that strong push to the upside. We held well today as a whole, CCIV did. Let's go ahead and look at some of the catalysts as to why CCIV/Lucid is a good stock to invest in for the long term, regardless of short-term price fluctuations and things like that, and what caused the spike in the EV market. So I took a screenshot here of Biden's infrastructure project that has become public news, and kind of got to look into the details of what he's planning to do, and this is his clean energy infrastructure project, all right? We all know that Biden's administration is really gung-ho on these initiatives, so clean energy is the way to go, period, okay? Because you know that's what everyone in the world is slowly trying to shift towards. That's the end goal for every country, not just America. But you'll notice here that it says down on the second bullet point, $100 billion will be given for transit funding, including putting more zero-emission buses on the roads and upgrading roads to be friendlier to pedestrians and bicyclists. Notice the next bullet point, $1.4 billion for alternative fuel charging infrastructure, like electric vehicle charging stations, and triple funding for Amtrak to $29 billion. Okay, so those are the two key ones that I have seen so far in the main points on this project. But as a whole, you're going to notice that this is going to be friendly to the EV industry, okay? This is going to be friendly because this is where countries and industries are moving towards, okay? So as a long-term investment, EV is a good investment as long as you get in the right companies. Obviously, like Tesla, you're looking at a super valuable company that has the edge over the entire market. But I believe CCIV/Lucid could have a nice chunk of that market share. All right, so this was pretty big news here. Lucid Motors has sold out all of its $170,000 Air sedans as total reservations top 8,000. This is $84.5 million in potential Dream Edition sales once the deliveries begin. And on this article goes to discuss which vehicles are primarily being purchased and reserved, and it mentions that obviously the more affordable ones are the ones in most demand. As of February 28th, it had enough total reservations to represent potential sales of over 700 million. Now, this does not include March yet, so I'll be interested to see what that has to hold, as that will be super crucial in a catalyst for Lucid. Other Lucid news. They reveal plans to build $25,000 electric car. With the brand now being worth a reported $24 billion, the company looks to invest in itself. The CEO said that the automaker will make vehicles progressively more affordable in progressively increasing numbers. And these cheaper cars aren't an afterthought, but are a bigger plan for the company. It says down here, I have the clarity of vision to get to the mythical $25,000 electric car, and it's going to take one thing to drive it: technology. Now, if they're able to do that, that would be huge, all right? You got the cheapest Tesla right around $38,000 to $40,000, okay? And look what he says here. If I can double efficiency, I can go to the same range with half the battery size. That would half the battery cost and would half the weight of the battery. Surely that's better than just carving battery costs. If his promise comes to fruition, Lucid could be at the forefront of the switch to EVs for the majority of the driving populace, all right? So that's huge. What you want in the industry, especially in automaking industry, is you want sales, all right? You want a huge part of that market share for customers buying your vehicles, okay? And that's obvious. We know that. But Cathie Wood, in her recent prediction for Tesla, is assuming that in the next 5 years, Tesla will be selling around 10 million vehicles a year. But if Lucid is able to pull this off with battery efficiency and looking to cut the cost of an EV car down to $25,000, you're going to have the majority of the population flocking towards your vehicle. Right? Because we want something beautiful, and then we also want something affordable, right? What I like about Lucid as well is it says here, the company is set to enter the energy storage market with its batteries. At this point, the plans are preliminary and for an initial experiment. It also remains unclear if the energy would use for commercial or residential clients, but the expansion story is promising. The last piece of news comes from the other side of the world. See, I like the fact that they're not just focused on the car aspect of it, right? They're working on their batteries and making it more efficient, right? They're getting hands-on. They're not just looking for suppliers. Look, they're taking initiative into their own hands. Look, if we want to make our vehicle more cheaper, we've got to come up with a better battery system ourselves. And, you know, that's kind of Tesla's mindset and everything that they're doing. They're making the headway in the technology, not just using it in their vehicles, right? And that's huge in this industry, in the electric vehicle industry, is to be the ones trailblazing the path for more efficient technology and more efficient use of energy. And I like that Lucid is doing that. So I believe that the news on the Biden infrastructure plan was a huge catalyst in CCIV and NIO and Tesla all having a nice boost. Now, the reason I bought into CCIV is because I believe they're super undervalued, and I believe that they're going to be a game changer when it comes to the EV industry. You got Tesla, you got Lucid pretty much next, and NIO, okay? Now, I have nothing against Tesla or NIO. Tesla is a little bit out of my price budget for my investing plan, so that's not something I'm looking to add to right now. And then NIO versus Lucid, I like that Lucid is US-based. Nothing against NIO not being US-based, but I like that they're kind of homegrown. They do have funding from other countries and in China and things like that, but I also like the huge dip mainly that we saw, and it was more of just an opportunity to make the most out of my purchase in Lucid and CCIV. So that's some of the reasons that I bought into it. Plus, I really strongly believe in the company, and I'd love to have, 300 to 500 shares. We'll see how many I'm able to accumulate over time. Let me know, guys, your holdings. Like I said, you can see mine, and we'll see what happens in the short term. Hopefully, we're in that recovery. Hopefully, this was informative for you. If it was, please smash that like button. Hit the sub. Help me out as a small channel. I'd really appreciate it. The coming days should be really interested in the market, guys. So invest wisely. Buy the dip. Don't sell on a loss if you can afford it. You're on The Informed Trader. I'll catch you in the next video.